up, y'all? So today I'm gonna go over the seeds database that I created. I feel like it makes starting seeds gardening so much easier, and it organizes everything. And I'm going to organize my seeds based off starting date.
This is what I keep my seeds organized in. I got this container, I believe it's called like a photo organizer from Michael's. I maybe spent maybe $9 or $10 on it after a coupon and the deals and discounts they have. But I think regular price maybe like $16. Right now, I am basically putting seeds that I bought from Dollar Tree up into the containers. I have them labeled by vegetables and different. I think I have herbs for their own section, but everything has its own category for the most part, unless it's something that I don't have many of. Like in others, I have rutabagas, turnips, hibiscus, because I only have like one type of turnip, one type of rutabaga. But this is what I keep my things in, and this is how I keep them organized with the labels I made on our label maker. So here is the seed organization database I created. You're going to see in the next clip that I go into details about like the different categories, the rows, the columns, and everything, the varieties and everything. I'm going to go into details about that so that you can probably have you a seed organization system that you can create either pen and paper or, digital. But right now I'm basically putting in the different varieties of seeds that I purchased. So in order for me to keep track of all of the different varieties I have and everything, I need to input them in this database whenever I get new ones. And to be honest, I purchased some duplicates. I have maybe 10 different varieties of different seeds that I have 2 or 3 packs of. That's because I would be out and I'm like, oh crap, I don't have this, or I ran out of this, and really I have it already at home, but I don't know because I can't refer to the database. But recently I've been able to refer to the database because I can just pull it up on my phone. But this is what you see me here putting in information about each variety. So the type of seed it is, the variety, the spacing, the seed spacing, the how many weeks in advance from the last frost that I need to start these seeds. Basically, all of the information about the seed I put into this database, and that is what I am doing here. So I can really appreciate seed packets that have all of the information on them that I need, because that is what you see me doing here, looking up information on the internet for certain varieties if I don't feel like the information on the seed packets are accurate, or if there's not enough information on the seed packet. So I, research it and look up from different resources to make sure the information I put in the database is correct. These seed packets came from Dollar Tree, but some seed packets I have to look it up and some seed packets I don't, but that is what I am doing right now.
Okay, so I created this system to organize all of my seeds, all of the varieties I have, so that I don't have to pull out my seed packets when it's time to start the seeds or plant them out. I basically have this database that I created in my Notion, so that I can refer to it. Like I can know, like I was in the store the other day, looking at seeds, and I'm like, wait, do I have this variety? I went and pulled it up and I was like, oh, I actually have this variety. So I have all of my seeds listed here and all of the information that is important to me. So I have the first column, which is growing. This is the overall like type of vegetable or fruit that I'm growing, like broccoli, tomatoes. Next to growing, I have the variety of that. So for broccoli, I have sprouting, calabrese, Fiesta, and then Waltham. Next to that, under the growing category, but next to the variety type, I have the amount of weeks prior to the last frost date that I need to start my seeds, right? So my last frost date here is about April 2nd, I think. So I need to start my Fiesta 4 to 6 weeks before April 2nd, which brings me to my next column, the seed start date range. I just count back. February 19th through February 25th is when I need to start my Fiesta seeds. There are other things on here that have different dates depending on when I'm planting them out. and when how long it's going to take them to sprout and everything like that. So some of these I'm not planting in the spring. So this says July for fall, like sprouting Calabres and Waltham. I'm going to grow those in my fall garden. So I know that I need to start those seeds or plant those seeds in July so that they can be ready in the fall. With Fiesta, I'm growing that one in spring because it may get hot quicker than the weather, predicts. But Fiesta is really good. It tolerates hot and cold. It tolerates both, but it tolerates hot better than the Sprout and Calabres and Waltham, from what I understand. So I'm going to grow that one in spring. Next one, I have the plant out date. That's the next column. In that plant out date, I put the date that I'm going to plant out these seedlings. So here, when you look at my broccoli, I'm planting this out between April 1st to April 7th. I can do that because my brassicas are going out early because they can tolerate cold better than other warm weather crops. So like tomatoes, you can see I have it planting out on May 7th through May 14th because I want to make sure the freeze has passed, because I would hate to have started all those tomatoes and the freeze come and kill my plants. So that's why they have different dates. And then my plant spacing, that is very important to know. Like when it comes to me planting my seedlings out, how far I need to separate them and how close I can put some of them together. This is important. It's just important because if you overcrowd your plants, they won't grow as they should and wouldn't produce how they should. So that's important for me to know. Harvest and full maturity. I want to know that because for some stuff I may plant, let's say for example, when it comes to my fall garden, I may forget or may not get to planting out my broccoli on in July. So I may not start my Waltham because it takes 75 days, where Sprout and Calabres I can see it as early as 60 days. So if I wait till late July or early August, I might just go ahead and take Sprout and do Sprout and Calabres. So I would like to know how long things are going to take for me to harvest, because I may want to harvest those things that are that mature faster. And then the seasons to grow, it may not be important to some people, but for me, I don't want to have to think like, oh, which season should I grow these in? I just have the seasons to grow certain things in. Like, of course, tomatoes say summer, but my broccoli say spring and fall. Once I experiment more with these varieties, I may take away spring or take away fall, or I may realize that, hey, they grow better in fall. And then next to seasons to grow, I have notes, which is like anything that makes this variety different. So, for example, sorry, I'm getting a call. For Fiesta, you see I put tolerate both cold and hot, and it's a good disease resistance variety. That's important for me to know. This one is frost hardy. This one is cool hardy. So this one, Waltham, will probably perform better in the winter than Sprouting Calabres. I don't know. I'm just going based off what they said on the packets and the research I did. Tomatoes, I, of course, have determinants, semi-determinants, or indeterminates. Of course, I have the types like cherry, paste, or slicers, which is important to know. And then the last column I have is the companion plants. What herbs or other vegetables or fruits can I grow with this plant where they won't harm each other? So I have the companion plants for broccoli, that is sage, thyme, dill, and other things, because what I'm going to try this year is I'm not going to have separate herb gardens. I want to plant my herbs with my vegetables and fruit and things to see, because I'm limited space and I grow in containers. So instead of just growing my tomatoes by themselves in a bag, I'm gonna probably put some marigolds and basil at the base of the tomatoes so that I can maximize my space. So the companion plants is important because you don't want to plant the wrong thing there and it messes with the crop. But I have all of my seeds listed, and the new seeds that I just bought, I'm going to list those here too. I can add and take away columns on here. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you. See, I can insert a column above, below. I can duplicate the column, and then I can have them in different colors. But I literally have all of my broccoli, my tomatoes. I have more tomatoes than anything. So that's what you see. I have, hopefully it's not blurry and you can get the picture of the database I created. I'm very type A, very like I'm an organized person. So anything that I feel like overwhelms me or is chaotic, I'm gonna create a system for it. That's just how my brain works. So that's what I did. Um, yeah, you can see I have tomatoes, then I have my okra, and then I have peppers. I have quite a bit of peppers. Those that don't have dates, that mean I'm not growing those varieties. So like this California Wonder, I'm not growing California Wonder because I'm growing the Golden California Wonder. And this helps me really, to be honest, because when I'm looking at my seeds, I really feel like I want to grow it all. I want to grow this one, I want to grow this one. And when I'm looking here, I feel like I have a better I have better judgment based off of the variety, the information I have, the maturity time, all of the things is just right here versus me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow this one, and then before you know, I'm growing all varieties. I'm not growing Serranos, I'm not growing the long red cayenne, but I'm growing the red rocket cayenne. I believe the maturity is quicker. It is. Yep, it is. But this is melons. Quite a bit of these are blank. Corn. I'm not growing corn. I feel like I don't really have the space, and I want to maximize my space. I don't want to. Um, I grew it last semester. No, let me talk about last semester. Last season, and they didn't perform very well. And I used 6 grow bags. I could have used those grow bags for something else. I have beans. I have the squash category. I have cucumbers. It did take me probably about a week to finish this, but I was working on it an hour or two every day. I didn't just sit down and complete it, but it was intense because not all of my seed packs I bought from certain businesses that don't have like the information listed on the seed pack. So I had to go individually like research each variety for, I would say, 70% of this list. This is the beets that I have, carrots, spinach, the different cabbages I have, collards, kale, then a different lettuce, the one type of Brussels sprout, but no worries, I'm gonna have more types. Then I have all of my herbs listed here, and some of them may not be considered a herb, like obviously onions and leeks. I don't think those are considered herbs, but I have them there. That's where they're categorized when it comes to my seeds. Flowers that I have, it's a crap ton of them. And then I have celery and rutabagas. So yeah, I created this database, and I think it is an easy way to organize everything. And what I'll do with these dates, I'm gonna organize what you guys will see. I'm gonna organize my seeds by the dates that I need to seed start them. I need to start the seeds. So like I'm gonna have all of my February 19th to February 25th all in one bag, so that when that date come, I could just grab that bag versus rambling through all of the seeds and start those seeds, and then so forth with the rest of them. And I have all of the varieties. I don't have to try to figure out which varieties I'm growing or anything like that. But this is a database I created to help me create some sort of organization when it comes to my seeds and starting them.
So I decided while I was at Dollar Tree to grab a box of, Ziploc bags so I can organize my seeds by start dates. So of course, after I had them in my database and everything, this took, a couple days. Probably I did maybe an hour a day over the course of a week for, inserting things in my database and then organizing them. But on the bags in a permanent marker, I wrote the start dates of certain seeds, so I don't have to go through each box while I'm trying to start seeds, if that makes sense. Like I don't have to pull this one, put it back in the box, pull this. I could just grab my bag, or like this one that you see says March 4th through the 10th. During that week, I could just grab that bag and start those seeds in that bag during that week. And then, at a later date, once I'm done starting all the seeds, I can put them back in my box. But this way, I do the pre-work ahead of time so that when it's time for me to start seeds, it's quick and easy, because that can already be a tedious, pretty lengthy process. I encourage you to do this. These bags are reusable. I can easily use acetone to take the marker off, or if the dates are the same, I could keep the same written ones on there. So I have direct sew for some of those that need to be direct sewn during that week, and the the ones with just dates on them are the ones that I actually have to start seeds indoors for. But this is an effective way to do it. Some people write the dates on these little photo boxes where I can store my seeds in and store them in there like that, but they won't hold as many seeds as I need them to, so that's why I use the bag. You can also do a rubber band and a piece of paper if you don't want to use plastic bags. At this point, I'm done making my bags. Of course, if you have your bags or your labeled boxes or however you want to organize it, do that. Like I said, you can even use like a thick rubber band and write the dates on a piece of paper and tie all the seed packets together. I just want to put them in a bag to make it safe, easy, and like not messy, and so nothing falls out of place or nothing. But at this point, I am going through my database, looking at the different seeds that I already have dates for that I want to start, and pulling them from the boxes that I have them organized in. I'm pulling the different varieties that I'm starting and putting them in the bag with the corresponding seed starting date, or the basically the direct sowing date. So if I had some of the flowers I have for March or April or May that I need to direct sow, I will go into my flower box, look at the flowers like my sunflowers, and grab those and put them in my direct sow May or direct sow April bag. And I do that for all of the seeds that I'm going to start during this season and all of the seeds that I'm going to direct sow. I am going to do a video of what I am growing this spring and this summer in my garden, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, this is what I am doing. I am doing all of the prep work, so when I start seeds and start the gardening, it is easy peasy and simple, because there is a lot of moving pieces and a lot of moving parts that starting seeds and gardening can be overwhelming. And if you know anything about me, I am going to systematize any and everything. Anything that seems overwhelming or chaotic to me, I am going to find a system, create it, and put it in place so that my life could be easier and I could just move with ease. And that's basically what I did with gardening. Okay, so I am officially done organizing my seeds by dates. I literally just have to grab one of these bags and put them in some dirt. It's easy that way. So we have the seeds that I have to start between this date, February 19th through 25th. And then my next batch, March 4th through March 10th. I chose like a week, so I don't feel like I have to start it on a Monday or Tuesday. I just within that week, since you plant, you direct sow or you start your seedlings, you know, maybe 4 to 6 weeks before frost, or, you know, things like that. But this one is direct sow, March 11th through March 17th. This one is, if it doesn't say direct sow, that means I'm starting them indoors. March 25th through the 31st. This one is direct sow, April 1st through the 7th. These are mainly flowers. I think these are all flowers. These are the ones I'm direct sowing in April. Uh-oh, sorry about that.
That's my alarm. And then these are, I'll decide at that time, like if I have space to start indoors, I would. If not, they'll be direct sown. This is, as you can see, the DS/SS, so direct sow or seed start seeds, melons and cucumbers, but this is between April 15th and April 21st. Being that they grow really, really fast, I might just direct sow them, but we will see when that time comes. And then we have direct sow May 1st and through May 7th. So these are the things that like grow fast, but they can't handle any frost, like okra, any frost or any cold that may come, in that mid-April month. So direct sow in May. These are some flowers, mainly sunflowers. So I have all of my seeds organized by the dates. I feel like this method is easy. That database took me some time. I did this over a course of some time, but if I would have sat here, this probably would have took me 30, 40 minutes. But look at the database, see which ones that I have dates for that I want to grow, pull them out, and then when it's time to start my seeds, all I got to do is grab my bag with my dirt and my seed trays and just put them in, which is way easier than what I did before, where I'm trying to go through the seeds, figure out what I'm planting, decide if I need to start them seeds now or wait. Like I don't want to do that in the process of starting seeds. I just want to start them. So this is my easy way of doing so.